Welcome back, everyone, to River and Sea, where we are here in Road after our time in Tinadir, and we've been asked to speak with the arbiter here, who's Basil Grimmage. Hello there.
How can I be of service?
Kelsey finally got someone to come up and help us? Good. He's a good boy, but has taken him time to find aid. You say that Ohawe knows you are here as well? Then he has a desire to restore our pact that we once had and honored. Well, the Rangers let their end go long before we did. It will take some time for me to determine if I believe he is being truthful. All right?
Stay a moment.
So the Rangers suddenly want to honor their end of our old arrangement. Funny how, as soon as things start to go bad for them, they seek out help, yet deny it to others when they needed it for so long. Still, the fact that you're here shows a small step that has been taken. Let us see how serious they really are. Before we get to anything dealing with what they want, we have to make sure that we are well prepared for the winter. The storms will be coming soon, and our supplies are nearly everything have gotten very low. If you are serious about restoring this pact, we start with our needs. Go see several of the townfolk, and they will direct you to what we are needing. Okay, so that is Clark Standish, Ballard Wilmer, Rowan Parker, and Poppy Seaton. So let's see what we got here. We have, well, this is Rowena Parker. That's one of them that we need. Hello there.
Might I take a moment of your time?
The winter cold will chill you to your core if you are not ready for it. It is especially dangerous at night when one does not awaken from the bitter cold. Blankets are very important if you wish to wake up in the morning. We have plenty to go around last year, but it seems that robbers are not just pilferers' tombs these days. A storehouse was emptied just last week, and we are now short of blankets. Bear hide is the ideal material for making new ones. It is thick and with brushing will be soft. Plus, there are plenty of bears to the southeast of here, and a place that we called Non Orngon. Orngon. Alright, non-Orngon. Okay, let's see if there's anyone up here that needs our help. We have here Poppy Seaton. Hello there.
I'm sure it will do no good, but may I speak with you?
Blankets are not the only things that keep you warm in the winter. A good roaring fire is just as important to have. To keep it going, you need wood, though. Lots of it. And plenty dry. Our stores are running low this winter. With folk leaving to join the tomb robbers, we have fewer honest people left to do work necessary to get ready for the winter. We've had to focus on everyone on food, and the firewood pile has stayed very short. The best wood is out near Non-Orgnon. The bears root it up while they are digging for grubs. It is dry, but burns for a long time. If you could gather up a bunch of branches, it would be very helpful. Alright, fine. We need dry logs, and we'll be near the bears, so that means we'll be able to collect some bear blankets, and of course, we'll probably have to kill a couple of them to defend ourselves from their territoriality in any case. Now, what are the odds that I could hit this right? Well, close. Now, let's see. Anyone else? Well, obviously there are going to be 2 more people because I was told to talk to 4 people. This is Clark Standish. Hello?
I do not ask much of you.
The winters here are colder and harsher than the rest of Evadim. We don't have the lake to warm us, and the winds blow straight through the mountain passes from Fort Held. It's difficult to prepare for everything that we need. Often during the winter, we run hunting parties out to find whatever elk or bear are still foraging about. I worry that this year we will not find any. There are more tomb robber camps out in the hills than I remember from the years before, and they will all want to eat. Head out into the hills west of here and encourage some of those tomb robbers to move on. They will be bad for this winter, and we simply cannot afford them taking the food sources that we desperately need. Alright, so we need to defeat tomb robbers. Now that leaves Balor Wilmer, who's going to be somewhere around here. And also there is that hobbit I wish to speak with, who is over... Okay, well this is... Well, that's Balor Wilmer. Alright, fine.
I do not ask much of you.
It's time to build up our foodstuffs and prepare for the coming cold. Elk meat takes time to dry and cure. It is not done overnight, and it must be done before the cold snap hits. It cannot cure if it's frozen. That means that it must be gathered now so that it has enough time that it will be able to enjoy for later. There are few things that warm a belly more than a spiced, dried piece of elk meat on a frozen winter night. Head into the hills. You will find the elk roaming about there. Bring back enough haunches that you will be able to get a few weeks of meals from them. Alright, fine. So we need to hunt elk, tomb robbers, bears, and logs. Hello?
Could I take a moment of your time?
Well, another stranger in this town. Now, I'm not the only one. Oh, my stomach is always getting me into trouble, and this is no exception. I was in the mood for a nice, thick boar steak, cooked to perfection, sizzling in its own juices, and so I decided to go out hunting in the North Moors. Well, I went a little further than planned and wound up here. Never knew anyone lived up in this place. They say that it's haunted. Well, anyway, I decided that I never had even dim boar before, so I thought I might as well try some while I'm here. It should have been a simple matter of finding a nice healthy boar, but do you know what? I haven't seen a single boar since I've come here. That can't be right. How do people up here manage by without plenty of boars to satisfy their cravings for delicious steaks? That's just unnatural. There have to be boars in Evendim. There just have to be. Go look for boars, Pinesea, and don't come back until you've searched high and you've searched low. I'm not interested in boar meat from other places either. It's Evendim or nothing. Now, it's a matter of professional responsibility and courtesy and curiosity. Find me an Evendim boar and find me one quick. Right. And I've got 30 minutes to do it in. Oh well. I suppose I could search for Evendim boar when I look for everything else. But it's time to head out. Here we go. No, it's not an Evendim boar, it's an Evendim tomb robber. But I have been asked to discourage a few of them, so we will discourage a few of them. Or encourage them to move elsewhere. Hey there, would you like... No, I guess you don't want to move elsewhere. Alright, fine. And what about this one? Would you like to go somewhere else? The fire's spinning. It's delayed. Oh well. Ooh. And there's also elk in the area. There you go. And that's one haunch. Oh, from there I thought, was that going to be another elk? Or no, it's not another elk. It's another tomb robber. This place is lousy with them. Oh, bears. Now, is that bear in the right area? Actually, it's not, but I guess it's time to get some practice. Well, let's go ahead. Oops. Hey, no, don't run through the tomb robbers. Actually, probably the best thing for me to do is to set that to the proper location. I seem to be going in the wrong direction. Now, how am I going to do this? Oops. Alright. Didn't have enough time to summon aid. Ooh, you're just all queuing up for me, aren't you? Well, it looks like venison is definitely going to be on the menu this winter. Okay, that's... yeah, they're just all over the place. And I need to... right, kill 8 of them. Well, at least they're not reindeer, right? Okay, well, better not check the name tags. It may create some trouble. Oh, here we go. Ah! I think I found the bears. I think these are the right bears. I guess we'll find out in a moment. Yep, well, one bear hide. I guess the other bear I killed didn't have a good enough hide. Not one that was going to be nice for the winter time or anything like that. Hey, oops. This place is not going to have much of a bear population after I finish this. Well, at least not until respawns. Hey, nice dry log. Really? Alright, fine. Minor fright. Not that scary. I've seen plenty of bears. I've seen some firewood. I've seen some crafting wood. I've seen some elk. I've seen plenty of tomb robbers. One thing I haven't seen? That's right, boars. Well, I had to look around some more time before I could really call that a failure. I believe you're the one who ordered the elk?
Why are you bothering me?
Yes, these are nice haunches. Looks like the elk had plenty of plants to feed upon this fall. Well, I guess that's good to hear. Unless you have to be the plants that it nibbled upon. Alright, that takes care of one. Now, I think up here we'll have our second customer. Ah, yes, here she is.
I'm sorry. Did you need something?
Ah, yes, these are perfect. Nice and large with only small nicks and tears. I can make enough blankets to keep all of us warm for the entire winter with these. Well, that's good to hear. Let's just hope the tomb robbers don't steal them. Next, we head up here. Oh, we are about to level again, aren't we? Hello, you ordered the logs, right?
I'm sorry. Did you need something?
Yes, we still need to gather more wood in order to make it through the winter, but it's nice to see the woodpile grow for the first time in a long time. Well, that's good to hear. And... whee! Level 37. Oh yeah, there is one more, I believe. Right? Oh yeah. Down that way. Oh. Oh well. Hey, let's see if I can do this without crunching this time. Nah. Alright. Well, it was worth a shot. I don't think those robbers will be coming back.
Tell me what you need or move along.
They chose the path they wanted to walk, each and every one of them. They took greed and fortune over honest living. Those of us who remain here, who have suffered but remain just, will now have the food that we need. Alright? Good. Now, let us tell Basil that everything's accomplished. Done.
How can I be of service?
The townfolk have spoken well of you. I believe that I may have been too harsh before. Your intentions seem to be genuine enough. Perhaps it is our time to step up now. Oh, what's that?
Stay a moment.
You've shown the Rangers are serious in restoring the pact between us. It is now time that we step up here and honor our end of the agreement. We said that we would watch over Ivendam from the north, guard the trade routes with Horhel, and assure the enemies of the Rangers did not enter from those lands. They have entered and are already here. That much we cannot change, but we can drive them back out. Speak with my associates around town, the same who you helped prepare for the winter. They have each been tasked with scouting a threat. They will know more about what to do next. In other words, first I do the work of the Rangers, and now I do the work of the people at Ostvarod. What else is new? Alright, what do we need to do in order to get rid of the enemies?
Might I take a moment of your time?
The hills of Tern Fornach are the refuge of several different tomb robber bands, and each one of them is becoming increasingly bold. If you're sure enough of your abilities, perhaps you could venture north and west of Ostvarod into the hills to confront some of the outlaws. The tomb robbers that prowl throughout Tern Fornach are tougher than those who inhabit Parth Andwil, and are veteran robbers and scouts who have adopted the hardier life in the hills. You'll find veteran and scouts throughout Tern Fornach, and if you don't, well, they will find you. Wonderful. Simply wonderful. Hello there. Anything you need me to do to help stop the robbers?
I don't know if you can help me.
You might have heard mention of this around town already, but if you haven't, there are goblins in Toonfoin, a hollow a short distance north of Ostvarod. We've enough problems with the wargs and tomb robbers stirring up trouble in Torn Fornach. We don't need goblins and boggarts as well. I have set aside some coins for any adventurer able enough to do something about the goblins. Are you such an adventurer? If so, you'll have no trouble journeying north to Toonfoin and defeating the goblins there. Alright, let's deal with some goblins. This time I am going to go down this way so eye ankles don't go crunchy. It appears we have an extra player here this time.
Would you do something for me?
At the end of the northern road in Kilrithhu, there are stands a gate. For years my family has brought goods that way to trade with the snowmen of Horhel, but recently a tomb robber band has made passage nearly impossible. If you're brave enough and true, you should surely be able to defeat the captain of the robber band and recover any trade goods they may have stolen. Just follow the road north through Tern Fornach until you are within sight of the gate of Kilrithhu. You should be careful, for the robber band has held the road for a long time. Alright, well, not for much longer after I deal with them. So that still leaves two more, since she is not one of the ones that I promised to help. Alright, here we are for Ballard.
I do not ask much of you.
Have you encountered the fierce white wargs of Tern Fornach yet? No, but I was being told I need to go there. Good. The creatures are vicious, bloodthirsty beasts, and they strike without warning. A few nights ago, I was taking in the air around the northern wall of Oswald, and I thought I saw something gleaming in the moonlight. I wandered towards it, foolishly, so foolishly, but I was curious as to what it might be. Before too long, I had strayed beneath the eaves of the forest and had become quite turned around. Suddenly, I heard a snarl from my left. As I spun to face the sound, I saw only a splash of bright white fur, matted with the blood and mud. I ran, and the great brute pursued me. I sprang me with a great leap. I felt the hot breath steaming in the cool night, and then lights! Lights from Osferode! Basil Gummidge had come with a party of lanterns to the outskirts, and on seeing them, the war gave up his pursuit. Those beasts are dangerous, Piney, and something must be done. Not everyone will have the benefit of a fortuitous encounter with our arbiter, you know. If you're up to it, I'd ask that you defeat some of the ferocious white wargs. You'll find them all throughout Tirnfornac, but especially at Duskencleft, north of Ostferode. Okay? Well, this is turning into quite a laundry list of items to do. Now, I think I've got one more. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's right. Up there. Here he is.
I do not ask much of you.
A few days ago, I encountered a band of tomb robbers outside of Toonfoin, rejoicing over the haul of relics that they had stolen from some Dunedain tomb. Well, you can be sure that I ran them off, but when I caught up to them, there was no sign of the satchel over which they had gloated. I think one of them dropped a satchel of stolen relics during the chase, but I was too winded to go back and look for it. You can be sure that their allies will return for it, if they haven't recovered it first. Toonfoin, to the north of Osferode, is full of goblins. Look for the satchel somewhere amongst the bushes, southwest of Toonfoin, possibly in the break of the hills just in Duskencleft. The satchel of relics may have fallen somewhere around there. Alright, fine. I will look for a satchel of relics. I can do that while I'm looking for white wargs and looking for tomb robbers and looking for... What else am I looking for? Oh, yes. More tomb robbers, I guess, is the best way to put it. Looking for a satchel. Anyway, looking for all kinds of things, which is what we'll be doing in the next episode of River and Sea.